Hiya guys, just a quick update on how the tank's going. I ain't done one for a while because not much has happened, to be honest. I've been waiting for the tank to be built. Bits and pieces, bits of plumbing. I'm still waiting for some plumbing to come down so I can finish off, you know what I mean, the actual plumbing side of things, so I can fill it with water and flush it out with fresh water and then fill it up with proper water. So yeah, you've probably seen this bit before. That part of painted orange, that's the alcatronic dosatronic, and then down the bottom, once I've got the funds, the mastertronic's going to go down there. So that's the tank itself. There's the pipe work. I've done a nice flash red pipe work, Ferrari colour. That's going to be my light bar. So it's basically just going to be floating in the air. I've attached it to a beam above. So that's going to have some radions. XR15s, I think it is, blues. Might be able to get away with 4 of them. So that's that. I'll show you how I've mounted that to the ceiling. Rock solid, to be honest, rock solid. So the way I've mounted this, so it's just over 2 metres long. So what we've got is square washers with very, very long screws. And that thing isn't going to go anywhere. It's rock solid. So let me go. I'm just going up my stairs a little bit so you can see the top. And to be honest, it's quite straight. Quite straight. I've put some washers underneath it as well. But I'm going to paint all of those washers black and the screws black, so you can't see it. The cables are I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to make something, I think, so it brings it down nicely beside the tank. But the sump itself, that's coming on alright. I'm doing a bit of plumbing. As you can see by the bits down the bottom, there's the filter socks, the heaters at the back, the skimmer, the return pump, next chamber. That's going to be my refugium. Oh, you can see me toes in the photo. Hello. But the way that works is, there's the manifold, that's not finished. That goes to the Cheeto. So we'll start with the pump. Comes up from the pump. That's a Vectra L2, so it's the biggest one you can get. Goes up into a T-piece, unions either side, goes across, another T with a ball valve, goes down into this one section, and that's where my Cheeto's going to be. And the purpose of that pipe is to make the Cheetos, to force it to spin. So when the refugium light is up the top, the Cheeto gets full light access. So you don't just get a dark bit on the bottom of the Cheeto, it will help it grow super quick. That's the manifold. I'm in two minds about, do I leave it there or do I put it in that position there? But don't know yet, not sure. So coming back to the pump, goes up, goes across. One side tees off to go on the outside of the stand. The other side goes up, across with a baller fix over this side, if I can get a good shot. So that's where they come out. Baller fix goes into a D&D UV, goes back up and into the tank. The other one comes out the tank, out the stand, up into the tank. So that's that. So you need a UV really to control, depends what you want to control. You want to control ick, or you want to control, I don't know, the algae. Mine's going to be probably algae, to be honest, if I'm to be honest. So these are my two return lines. One's higher than the other because I'm going to do a full siphon, Herbie method. So that comes down, unions, clips, back through the tank, and there is the pipe work, union on that one, and it's got a lovely big gate valve, so I can dial that water back into the sump really, really well. At the back, I've got an ink bird, and I've got my control. You can't really see because of the reflection, but I've got the controllers for the MP40s. I've got a pair of them, and for the Vectra L2, and behind it, to keep it safe, is Perspex, a bit of Perspex. So if I do get splashing, it ain't going to destroy the controllers. That's the controller for the skimmer. There's going to be another controller next to that, and that's going to be for the max spec, I think it's called XF350s that I've got in the other tank, and that will have a Perspex screen on the front of it as well, so splashing won't be an issue. What I also done in this aquarium is I built a 2-inch upstand right the way around it. So if there is any spills or anything at all, it will collect 2 inches of water in the bottom. And then there's going to be a sensor in the bottom as well to tell me if there's a leak. So there's going to be a leak sensor in here, battery operated, something totally basic. But that's about it really, to be honest. There's nothing really more to show you. I could probably show you how to do a bit of plumbing, but to be honest, there's plenty of videos out there. So, I don't know, there's a bit of pipe. There's your cutters. So all you do is you open them up, get your pipe. I'm trying to do this one-handed, remember. And then you just cut. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's in there properly, alright? So this ain't in properly because I can't do two things at the same time. But there you go. And then all you do is you squeeze. And once you've squeezed it, you've then got a nice cut. Don't use a hacksaw, because that will just be a total waste of time. And then you've got to clean up the edges. But all you do is you squeeze this, keep squeezing, 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 and it cuts the pipe, alright? And then from that, you can then put an elbow on the end of the pipe. You can use your glue. That's the glue I use. So you've got to be quick though. If you sod around and you're not very quick at it, you're going to burn through a lot of money, and then you need to go out and buy more stuff because you've messed it up. Alright, but that's just a quick way of showing you what you've got to do. Alright, I'm not going to bother really. But yeah, other than that, that's the sump coming along really well. As I say, I've just got out of bed. I ain't been feeling it this week. So yeah, it's getting there. So yeah, keep updated, you know, keep watching. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you know, I should have a bit of water in the aquarium. I'm going to fill it up with tap water just to flush it out, to start off with, chemicals and all that sort of stuff, to get rid of any sort of oils. And then once that's done, I'm going to leave it in there for a few days, maybe a week, just to do a leak test on it as well. And then if all goes well, I'll drain all the water out of it. Once the water's out of it, I'll hoover it out, because I've got a wet vacuum all the old water out of it as much as I can. Maybe leave it for a few more days for the water to evaporate, and then fill it up with RO water. So it's going to be a lot of RO water because the tank is about 1,200 litres. So yeah, going to be fun that. So keep watching, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, because this is going to be a good build, to be honest with you, once it's all up and running. So just keep an eye out, alright? Thanks a lot, mate. Bye. See you guys.